Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. We are going to go back in time to 2018, and we're going to watch a Subway mukbang. Mukbang. I think it's mukbang, right? I think it's like book, like mukbang, but whatever. We're gonna watch Amberlynn eat some Subway. So this is another iconic mukbang, if you will. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey guys, so what's up, my mate? Don't ask. Look at, I'm wearing makeup again. Can we please say for the win? I hear like a banging noise outside.
Oh my God, her hair is so gross. I mean, just look at her. You can tell she's not showering at all. Like ever at this point. And she says, look, I wore makeup. Like I actually took time to do something, but yeah, girl, probably shower first and then start wearing makeup.
And I'm home alone right now. That's cute. So Becky took Eric to an appointment, but they accidentally went to the wrong building. The place that they went to was near us, but where they were supposed to go was like 30 minutes away. So they've been gone for a hot minute. And so she texted me and she was like, do you want Subway? What do you want from Subway? So I told her what I wanted, but there is I'm on my laptop right now if you guys are wondering.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm on my computer in case you're wondering. Yeah, we know. But I mean, look at her sausage fingers and stuff. Like she was a lot bigger back then. But I am in agreement with a lot of people that I've seen in the comments saying that she's probably as big now as she was back then, but it's just carried differently. I think she weighs probably pretty close to what she was back then because she's older. Gravity is sort of taking its toll and it's starting to kind of push everything down to like obviously her legs, but also just kind of like just her midsection is a lot bigger than it was back then because you could see it a lot in her face at this point.
Let's see, can you guys see here? What set you up good. So if you guys are having a hard time seeing, I'm super sorry. I'm gonna be having a sandwich.
If you guys are having a hard time seeing, whatever. I'm super sorry. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Does she think people are live? What a weird thing to say. If you guys can't see this, I'm sorry. You're editing the video. You're gonna be looking at it after you're done filming. So, I mean, you're gonna see whether they see it or not. Like, I don't know. She's so fucking weird.
And I'm gonna be having a foot long.
Of course. And that's the problem, man. Subway tried to make it seem like they were the healthy alternative. And I mean, maybe to a tiny, tiny extent, they're a little bit better than a lot of other fast food, but man, it's such a negligible amount. It's still bad for you. But the problem is, if you get a foot long, that completely negates all of the calorie watching you're doing because a foot long is way too much food. I'm pretty sure one of the only foods that you can't overeat on is like celery. Anything else, you can eat too much of it. No matter how healthy it is, you can eat too much of it.
Yet today, so I'm like, yes. And I usually get the Italian herbs and cheese. So automatically, just by putting that in.
It's these little changes that she could make and could have made. First of all, not get a foot long. That's a great start. But also wheat bread. But no, everything's got to be the most delicious that it can possibly be for every meal.
We're at 480 calories. So the meat that I use is rotisserie chicken.
So think about that. Just the bread, a foot long bread is 480 calories. I'd like to know what the wheat bread is. I doubt that Subway nutrition calculator is still around, and I honestly don't care, but that's wild, man. 480 calories just for the bread.
Rotisserie style chicken.
Well, let me see something.
So the meat that I use is rotisserie chicken.
Okay, so seeing where it says right here, it says cold cut combo, right? It's not called that anymore. It's called a cold cut trio now. But that brought back a memory where when I was about 10 or 11, I was in Taekwondo with my dad, actually. And he started at the same time I did. And so just to kind of give you an idea where I was. So it went white belt, yellow belt, green belt, blue belt, red belt, black belt. But in between each belt, you would test and you'd get a stripe on your belt that's the next color. So for example, if I'm a yellow belt, my next test is for my green stripe. So then we'd put a green stripe on my belt, and then the next test is green belt, right? So you'd almost get like a belt and then a belt and a half, and then a belt and then a belt and a half kind of thing. And so I was a blue belt, red stripe, which means I had 3 tests and I would have been a black belt, which probably would have taken me, I don't know, 8 months or so to probably complete, maybe a year, because I was blue belt, red stripe, then it would have been red belt, then red belt, black stripe, and then black belt. And my dad was always right behind me, so he was just a flat blue belt. And after Taekwondo, every week, we would go to Subway because it was right next door. Like literally, you would step out of Taekwondo and walk right into Subway. We'd walk right over to Subway and we'd both get a cold cut combo every week. And it was just a really fun memory. So seeing cold cut combo just kind of brought that back. Sorry for my little trip down memory lane, but one of these days, I'm going to see if my mom can find a picture of me in my Taekwondo gi.
Rotisserie chow.
And by the way, I don't know why I quit. I don't remember why I never ended up going all the way to black belt. Like, I just don't remember. I can't imagine why I would not, because I loved it. Another sport must have taken up too much of my time or something.
Style chicken. That already brought it up to 720.
Yeah.
But
with
the rest of this should be...
And really, honestly, at this moment, that's not too bad for a meal. A foot long at 720 really isn't too bad. So, okay, not terrible, but we're not done yet.
Pretty low calorie, depending on how much they put. I use provolone cheese. For veggies, I get onions, lettuce, and we're gonna get me some olives. Yes, there we go. For some reason, my eyes...
So clearly the veggies don't add any calories, which, I mean, I guess, because really in the grand scheme of things, when you put veggies on a sandwich, there's really not that much. But, I mean, I don't know. Okay, whatever.
I weren't seeing that. I like mayo, but I'm not going to be adding any, and I have no extra. So that's literally everything that I'm having on my...
What happened to her liking everything dry? Which she says, I like mayo, but I'm not adding any. But one of her quirks is that she likes everything dry. So it's strange that she would even say that she likes mayo. In fact, I'm surprised she didn't say condiments. I don't like condiments. I like everything dry. That's weird. But, I mean, 820, I mean, if that's all she eats, then that's not a terrible amount of calories for one meal.
Sandwich. And that came out to 820 calories. Since I'm getting a foot long, that means for half of it is 6 inches, which will only be 410 calories. So if I eat half now and half later, that's like perfect. Or I can eat the whole thing now, boo-boo. The lighting in here is jank because you...
At least she admitted there at the end that she'd eat the whole thing now. Because, I mean, everybody knew. She said, if I eat half now and half later, you know, everybody'd be like, oh, shut up. Bullshit.
Guys, we're faced towards my laptop, so now my camera is like so confused. So I'm gonna give this a minute to fix itself. I mean, it looks a little better, I guess, but Subway really can be low calorie. It's just all about what you choose to put on your food. And I find it hard to believe that the chicken made it so high in calories because it really doesn't come with that much chicken. But I'll show you guys when it gets here. I'll do like a little mini mukbang for you guys. Are you smelling our
mukbang? I'm pretty sure it's mukbang, but we're just gonna say it's the old mukbang.
Drinks? Yeah. Goals. Okay, you guys, 2 hours later, and it's finally time to eat. She got me Diet Coke. I'm not supposed to have caffeine, but I don't think I told her that I wasn't gonna try to drink caffeine anymore. I did tweet about it. Thank you, babe. Welcome, babe. Oh my gosh.
That's just so big, man. That's what she said. But that's a lot of sandwich.
So hungry. I still haven't tried those pants yet. Oh my gosh, look how this opened up. Well, at least I can show you guys how it looks on the inside. See what I mean when I said, like, there's not as much chicken. Okay, well, I guess there is kind of a lot, but...
I was going to say, that's a lot of chicken. I don't know what she's talking about, but okay.
Wow, this is stuffed to the gills. What did you get?
Same thing I always get. Chicken teriyaki with lettuce, tomato, and sweet onion sauce.
And you know, Amber didn't know that. She said, what did you get? And Beck said, same thing I always get. And gave Amber an opportunity to say what it is, but you know, Amber was like, I don't fucking know. Why would I care? You're not me, so why would I care what you're doing?
That's it.
Beck looks really unhappy right there. I mean, almost like I want to punch Amberlynn in the face Huh.
With lettuce, tomato, and sweet onion sauce. And that's it. Oh wait, with mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
In fact, it looked like she was just about to jump over the table and punch her in the face, you know?
Hey,
All right, let's dive in. I put on a sweater because this window's open and it's cold. Thumbnail? No. Thumbnail. I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was the thumbnail. She said, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, actually, I'm not. So I've had food that tastes really good, right? I have been to restaurants where I take a bite of something and I'm like, man, that is good. I really like that. But I don't think I've ever had an orgasmic moment with food, right? Like maybe I've just missed out on some of the best food in the world or something, but even the best food that I've ever had. And remember, at one point I weighed 100 more pounds than I do now. And I do love food. I am a foodie for sure. But I don't think I've ever gotten what looks like sexual gratification from a bite of food. You know, I can always appreciate really good food, like a really good steak that's cooked to perfection, you know, that kind of thing. Or like something new that I haven't tried that is just really, really good. But I don't think I've ever like gone into orgasm phase because of it.
I love sandwiches like this. And the olives. I feel like if you like olives, don't get mayonnaise. The olives kind of give that like kick you need.
She was able to find food that tastes good at a restaurant. That's crazy. You know, like she acts like this particular food is so good. Like, yeah, man, most of it is, especially to you. You will eat almost anything, but it's not that crazy to find food that's good. Most of it is. And that's kind of the problem. That's why we are where we are as a society, you know, that most food is really good. It's hard for people to settle for using food as fuel when there's so many options out there that are just delicious, and it's hard to stop eating them once you start.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so messy. Something I noticed about Subway though is that the onion, sometimes it's like super flavorful, and then other times you can tell it's been sitting out for a while, so it doesn't have as much flavor. Right now, it's pretty flavorful.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Well, that worked out great. But another thing to kind of keep in mind too is you eat your meal, right? And you have that however long it takes you to eat the meal. And for that 10 minutes, you're enjoying it. And then it's gone, right? You might have a little bit of aftertaste for a few minutes, but we're talking 15 minutes of enjoyment. And then it's gone. That enjoyment is fleeting. And then you're left right back where you were. So, I mean, it is like a drug. It's like, you know, you use a drug and for however long it lasts, a couple hours or whatever it is, and then you're right back with whatever problems you had before you took the drug. And that's another thing I kind of convinced myself when I started losing weight was, so I'm going to have this meal. I can either enjoy it a lot and have a lot of calories and regret it and continue to gain weight, or I can get something that is fine. You know, like I've found a lot of healthier and lower calorie options that I enjoy. Is it as good as like a Baconator or something? No, of course not. But it's still something that I like it and it's fine. And afterwards, I don't feel so bad about eating it. So that same 15 minutes, I've enjoyed it a little bit less. But then that 15 minutes is over and I'm able to go about my day and feel great about it. Because either way, that 15 minutes is going to fly by anyway.
Is it good, babe?
I guess I saw it Subway too.
Who'd you see? The same person that was at... You're a lie.
No. She saw me too and she was like, oh god.
You're a lie.
I swear, I heard her say.
What does that even mean? I know that is iconic, but what is she even trying to say? I know she's trying to say you're a liar, but because if it happened once, I would have been like, okay, it was just a slip of the tongue, but she said it twice. Does she think that's the actual word? You're a lie. You're a lie. I don't get it. I don't get what she's going for there.
Okay, you guys.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna tell you a little story. I won't say names or anything, but okay. So, wait, do you hear that though? What is that?
Sounds like a dog to me. I assume she's talking about whatever Twinkie's barking at.
Sounds like a neighbor.
Sounds like a motorcycle or something. Anyways, we all used to know a friend, right?
What a huge bite. Like, what is the point in that? I mean, she understands that if you take smaller bites, it lasts longer, right? But she is like, just shoving it in there as much as you can. What is the point? She can't get any more enjoyment. Look at that. I can't imagine getting more enjoyment out of food by having so much in your mouth that you can't even move it around. I don't get it. I really don't understand the point of that.
Like a cop.
Huh?
That kind of sounds like a cop. It sounds like a TV.
I mean, the window's open. Of course, you're going to hear like car sounds and motorcycle sounds and stuff like that.
Sounds like a motorcycle.
Yeah, probably.
This is so weird, but story time. Sorry, all over the place. So we used to know these two friends, right? A falling out happened. No, it's not Hannah and Rafe. I know people are gonna think that.
Actually, they weren't really our friends. They were acquaintances.
They were like our acquaintances, but like, our other.
Well, Amber's never really had her own friends at all. So any friends that she's ever had, except for Alexis, have been friends of her significant other or something.
Eric and Ricky's friends. Let's just do like that. Do it like that. And there was a falling out, but Eric's appointment, like I was talking about earlier, was what? It's like 30 minutes away from here, like at a total random spot, and they saw.
I don't think it's like at a random spot. I would think that it would be like at a doctor's office or something, wherever the appointment is. That doesn't seem like. If it was at a random spot, how would they find it?
This person there, and then Becky goes to Subway, which is like 30 minutes away from where the doctor's appointment was, and the person was there too. What? That's wild to me.
Is she saying that like they followed him? I mean, people can be in two places. I mean, how many Subways are there in that area? Because if they wanted Subway, I don't know, whatever. But leave it to Amberlynn to think that everything anybody does has to have something to do with her. And she wasn't even there.
That's wild to me. Did you see what was making that noise though?
No, I didn't see anything.
Ew. Ghost.
Must have been.
Yeah, eating to her is an experience, you know? Somebody pointed out where she went with her mom to that Flower Child restaurant. Amber asked her mom, "Are you excited? Are you excited about going into Flower Child?" And that's something I didn't really even think about. But in the comments, somebody was like, "That's just weird." Like, if I turn to somebody and say, "Are you excited?" It's usually because you're going into like a concert or some big event, right? But for Amberlynn, eating is a big event. It's an experience. So she turns to her mom, "Are you excited?" Like, and I kind of understand, because like when I go in eating, I'm just like, what? I mean, yeah, that sounds good. But I don't ever think of myself like I'm so excited. But that just shows she doesn't really ever experience real excitement. So food is her excitement. That is what she does for excitement.
How's your food?
Good. How about yours?
Oh yeah.
You never want it like he did and toast it anymore.
Not this. I like this cold.
She acts like that's crazy that she would want that particular sandwich toasted. Like, that sounds good to me.
Oh my god, I have food all over my shirt.
There are 3 pieces.
This is messy because it's so full.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, half of this is only.
And it's because, you know, most people, when they're eating like a Subway sandwich or something, they're able to lean over the paper or the plate or whatever, take a bite, and then lean back. But she can't. She has to eat it back here because if she tries, she's just stuck because her belly and her just upper body is so huge that she can't lean over so that the stuff can fall on the plate. It falls on her because she's stuck back there.
Well, this whole piece was 410 calories for the average person. That'd fill you up for sure, especially because there was so much in it.
See, and she recognizes that for a normal person, that should fill you up. But instead of figuring out a way to get her to the position where it could fill her up, she just goes, for me, I need way more to fill me up. Like, that's your own fault. Yeah, you can make it so that that fills you up too. It takes some time and a little bit of work, but okay, there you go. Never mind.
It's so good. Sometimes you just crave certain foods. Yep.
Sometimes you just crave certain foods, and if you don't get it, you throw a Code Red Mountain Dew at people's heads. Relatable.
You want to do some of our journal?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! You know it's good when no one's talking. Have you ever been in that situation where like there's tons of people at the table and you guys are like chatting it up, but then when you get your food, it's like silence. That's when you know it's good.
Yeah, because everybody's stuffing their face.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because they've got food in their mouth. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I get what she's saying, like that the food is so good they're focused on that instead of talking. But I don't think that's, you know, for Amber, that's what it is that it's just so good that her entire life is now focused on that food because it's good. But everybody else is just like, okay, the food's here. My mouth is full. I'm going to eat and then we can get back to talking. But she sees it as, this is so delicious that nothing else matters while I'm eating this food.
Subway's such a random place to go. I can't believe you saw them or her. Like, what the fuck?
Subway's one of the biggest chains on earth. Okay, so get this. In 2018, on the list of the largest fast food chains in the United States, Subway was number 1. So she acts like it was some bizarre restaurant that, like, I mean, who would ever go to Subway? It was literally the largest fast food chain in the United States at that time. So, yeah, there's a good chance somebody's going to go to a Subway.
Probably saw her at the hospital too.
I know.
Like, what?
That's really weird.
You know, a different hospital in a different county on the same day at the same time, like.
And now I would admit that it was weird if there were several Subways in that area and there was one closer to that one. Maybe there was, you know, some context there, but just the fact that it was Subway is not weird.
In the same area, I think she's getting, like, having the same problems and getting surgery too.
Wait, 2?
Well,
Is there surgery?
it's in the surgery area.
Oh, I was like, wait, I didn't hear about this.
They actually may have to put him to sleep one day.
It sounds like you're talking about an animal. Like he's an animal. We're gonna put him to sleep.
No, like, you know, euthanize?
Wait, what?
Not euthanize.
What are you talking about?
Like, give him medicine so he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Just watching her is so weird. Just the. I mean, she's acting like a caveman.
Yeah.
So I will say that's one interesting thing about the mukbang era, the mukbang era, is that you got to see a glimpse into what Amberlynn would actually be like if you were to, like, be around her all the time and she wasn't performing on her vlogs, right? Because nowadays she's portraying the Amberlynn Reed character, basically. But you see her like this and you realize it would be so annoying to just be around. Like, if I had to sit across from her while this all was happening, we would not be friends for very long.
I think tomorrow's the hiatal scan, or is that Friday? Because something's happening tomorrow too.
Oh, what time?
12.
And it's all the noises and stuff. Like, gross, dude. Stop. Oh my God, you're so fucking gross.
So we're gonna vote before that. So afterward, we can
Voting.
go home.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I feel like the lines won't be that long.
So she can get rid of a bite pretty quickly, right? It's in her mouth, and she swallows it pretty quickly. But look how long it takes her to like clear her mouth of everything. Each bite takes like 2 minutes to clear her mouth because she's doing all the crazy, I don't know what she's doing. I guess trying to clear it all out of her gums with like her tongue or something. I don't know.
I really don't think it will.
She's never done with that bite before she puts another one in.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna edit out any of this. Me dropping food.
Surprise, surprise. I'm not going to edit. She's acting like it's because she thinks it's funny, but no, it's just because, hey, I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to upload this just the way it is. And she probably made a shitload of money on that video too.
Because this is how it is.
Let me see how many views it has. It has 250,000 views. So why would you do any editing or put any effort into it at all when you can just film yourself eating, upload it raw, like raw, you guys, fuck, and get 250,000 views. And I mean, she was making so much money. And that was before the adpocalypse and stuff too, I think.
Every time I eat. Subway. Last bite.
That's crazy. I saw that, and for me, that would have been like 3 bites. But she has like almost a third of a sandwich and goes, last bite. And I was like, no. And I don't know why I'm surprised. She's been doing that this whole time. She eats giant bites. But let's see how long it takes her to clear all that out of her mouth. Well, and you know why? It's because one bite to her fills not only just the inside of her teeth, right, where your food is supposed to go, where your tongue is, but there's so much food, it's filling up all the inside of her gums, the inside of her cheeks. Every part of her mouth is full of stuff. So she doesn't only have to swallow it, she also has to keep pulling crap out of the entirety of her mouth. That's not how it's supposed to happen.
I still have all of this, y'all. Like, to the average person, like I said.
Oh, she only ate one. Okay, all right.
You'd be full. Like, I'm pretty content, so.
And she really expects us to believe she didn't eat that second sandwich. I'd be more apt to believe that Martians came down and zapped it from existence than her not finishing it.
But yeah, just a little mini mukbang for you guys, because I know sometimes it's just enjoyable to watch someone eat. I don't know. I get the enjoyment sometimes.
Yeah, she says, I did this for you guys. I know you enjoy watching people eat sometimes. The translation is just a little mini mukbang so I can make a whole bunch of money.
So this video was mainly just like a mukbang, which is what I wanted for you guys to have today. But listen.
Oh, she's so generous, you guys.
To this. Right now I'm just reading, and listen to the sound of this storm. It is just so peaceful. Isn't that just like the most peaceful sound ever? Ah, I love it so much. Don't you, babe? Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more.
I don't know if Rarity's nervous or what.
Oh, you think?
Rip. That cat's dead now. That's sad.
She's nervous?
She could be, but she's been in here more than usual. What are you doing, baby?
No.
We're going to be positive, and we're going to say, hopefully, that cat has found a new home. But probably is dead, though. But maybe not, but probably.
Oh, Lord, I look rough. My face is really red, and I don't know why. And my hair's a mess, because it needs a haircut. Even though I'm not going to, and I keep looking up at the viewfinder. I'm sorry about that. Because I was trying to make sure I didn't look stupid, which...
You don't, babe. You're beautiful.
Thanks, babe. I feel pretty stupid.
Look at this baby. Show him.
I know.
She's doing so good. Yeah.
Hey, my queen.
You guys, the funniest story about this, I get these little toys in the mail every single month.
Twinkie is looking pretty cute there. I'll give her that.
The same freaking one.
The same toys. These are like little dumplings for dogs to play with. This is Twinkie's favorite toy. But what happened was I meant to just order one pouch and it was for charity, Eric's dog. And I think I accidentally signed up for like a monthly subscription to get these every single month because we get them every single month now. Which I don't mind because Charity and Twinkie's dog both really love them. Look at this baby.
I think this is back when Twinkie was overweight because that's looking a little chunky.
Careless. Yeah, Trixie doesn't really care about toys like that for some reason. What she does care about is
I still just think how nasty her hair looks, dude. You know how she's got to smell so bad right now.
licking me constantly.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to end the video. So, yeah, man, the way she eats is wild. She is like a wild animal when she's eating. It's weird and gross. This video was a great example of her food addiction and the way she reacts to taking a bite of food and that kind of orgasmic look and stuff like that, which I know there's lots and lots of evidence of that in lots of her videos, but this was a pretty good example of that. So yeah, I just think she's hopeless until she really gets professional help. So anyway, I'm glad the mukbang era is over because the problem is half of her video was just gross. Watching her chew and her bites are so big that she doesn't talk through half of it. So I don't know. I'm glad that she doesn't do that anymore. And I guess also because of her health, whatever. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.